Hi, Jonathan with Vine Connections here. I'd like to introduce you to Taka Noble Arrow, a beautiful sake that comes from the southwest of Japan in Yamaguchi prefecture. There's three main points I'd like to discuss with you today about Noble Arrow: the tension, terroir, and the pairing-driven nature of this sake. This is made by Mr. Takahiro Nagayama, a fifth-generation family owner of the brewery Nagayama Honke Shuzo. He took over the family business in 2001. After getting the business set up and doing some more intensive study in sake, he traveled to France in 2007, where he spent time with several different grower producers in Burgundy. Nagayama-san discusses his sake almost more like wine and speaks more about wine than any other producer I've ever met. First of all, with these 3 points, I'd like to talk about the tension in the sake, or the energy. It's an intersection of the acidity, the minerality, and the focus that we experience in this. I think this comes in part from Nagayama-san's deep love for wine and the influence that has on his sake's style. It's an intersection of production choices that leads to this, but particularly I would say it's the mineral-rich water coming through. In Nagayama-san's words, sake in Japan is getting too close to being like Sauvignon Blanc, high aromatics and less structure, while he wants his sakes to be more like Chardonnay, with rich style, structure, acidity, and balance. He refers to this balance as tension. One of Nagayama-san's primary goals with this sake is to communicate the terroir of his area through his sakes. The landscape around Ube is dominated by limestone, notably with the Aki-Yoshidai Plateau to the north. All of the water Nagayama-san uses is filtered through a system of limestone caves as it approaches the coastline where his brewery is. He leaves all of his water unfiltered for the steps in his sake making process, and also skips charcoal fining in his post-production to leave in all the rich minerality. Nagayama-san also grows 7 hectares of Yamada Nishiki around his family's brewery. A third of the rice used in Noble Arrow is this Yamada Nishiki. Lastly, all the sake Nagayama-san produces is junmai, that is to say it has no added distilled alcohol. Nagayama-san believes that adding distilled alcohol removes that sense of place, that terroir from sake. Lastly, this is a very food pairing driven sake. I would encourage everyone to approach potential customers with specific food pairings in mind. Think about the focused, acid forward mineral nature of this sake and how amazing it can be with a variety of foods. I think when we're looking at the tension in this sake, that acidity, that focus, that drive, it balances really well with butter cream sauces. Definitely think France. We can also think about the mineral front end and the spearmint finish on this sake as the perfect pairing for herb-driven dishes, like fennel roasted sea bass, cauliflower and capers, or even think Mediterranean with tabbouleh. I'm really excited for you guys to try this sake and get to know it a little better. Please reach out to me if you have any questions.